the Highland Park mass shooting, and we are learning some new details about that suspect. But first, there was a vigil last night for the 7 people killed during the 4th of July parade. Now, the 21-year-old suspect has been charged with 7 counts of first-degree murder and has reportedly confessed to authorities. Police also revealed they interviewed him twice in 2019 after, listen to this, he threatened to kill himself and everyone, this is a quote, everyone else in his family, okay? That was just a few years ago. So then they removed 16 knives, a dagger, a sword from his home, but said there was no probable cause to arrest him. So despite all of that, the suspect was still able to legally buy 5 guns, including 2 assault-style rifles, some with his father's help. So the question that we all are wondering, right, were red flags missed, and was there a failure of Illinois' red flag laws? Jeff, you're from Chicago, and then Lindsay, I know you have additional details, but I just want to, after hearing that, did the red flag laws fail in this case, or did the people who knew him fail?
Well, Illinois has the strictest gun laws, red flag gun laws in the country. They're supposed to be a model for what the rest of the country is going through. Is it? Because when someone says they want to kill themselves and their family twice, by the way, not once, twice, and then the father is purchasing guns on his behalf, one, my first question is, why aren't the parents being charged as well? And 2, what kind of red flag laws are there if someone says they're going to kill myself and my whole family and still some loophole is able for them to purchase a gun? We have a lot of rethinking to do on what red flag laws are in this country.
Well, the parents have lawyered up, which I thought was interesting. Usually in these cases, they just stay quiet or they start speaking out and then it gets a mess. So they have a lawyer that's been speaking out for them. One thing that's interesting, you talked about after the police were called on him about threatening to kill his family. 2 months after that, his father helped him get a FOID card, which is the firearms owner's identification card, which helped him purchase at least one of those rifles. He had 5. And so it's kind of like when the parents say, because the lawyer was on television yesterday saying, oh, they don't follow each other on social media, how would the parents know about all these videos that people are citing, saying that he suggested violence in some of his music? But it doesn't matter about following them on social media. You live with this child that turned into an adult all these years. He had painted on the back of the house a scary looking person with a smiley face that was his music logo with an AK-47 looking rifle in his hand, painted on your home.
That's not normal.
And yeah, it's not normal behavior. And so I understand that red flag laws are implemented, but if they're not implemented properly, then they fail. Right. So like there has to be communication between local government, state government, and then federal government. There also has to be communication between mental health officials that are actually there taking notes about the state of his mental health and then providing them to somebody, because there were mental health experts that have seen him that said nothing. So was he perfect, good to go? You know, where was this documented?
To your point, Al, there has to be deterrent with the parents, because if it's his father that has sponsored him, according to the Illinois law, that you now need to get a sponsor. And red flag laws aren't going to work unless you, like we had member Sergeant Dorsey on yesterday. Right. She said, you see something, you say something. That's how red flag laws worked. So if the parent, to Lindsay's point, who's with their child every day and all these red flags are going off and they're not reporting it, why aren't they culpable? I know you're not
no, I mean,
a judge.
It's something I keep going back to, you know, and we're talking about the guns, but let's not forget that 16 knives and a dagger, which I don't even know where you get a dagger
sword,
from.
Yeah,
was removed from his home. So like this person has been arming themselves
a sword too
constantly.
Right.
And you know, guns are so you know, such a trigger point for people, no pun intended. Let's just say this was a dog. Let's say this was a vicious dog, and they had been warned 4 times. You know, the city had been out twice. The cops had swung by. Hey, you keep leaving your fence open. They keep finding this vicious dog. And then the dog gets out and it mauls 7 preschoolers to death. What would be the protocol there? And then let's work backwards from there to get to who's at fault. Because I guarantee you, if a couple people that work for the city are fired and disciplined and fined, that city is fined and disciplined, people lose their jobs, things like this will not happen. The person that sold this guy the gun, the dad, he sees a little bit of time. Trust me, people are selfish.
And we're not talking about people that are incompetent. This father formerly ran for mayor. This father owns a successful store in the local community. So like you have to have a little bit of smarts to accomplish both of those tasks.
But what are his ideologies? I'm not saying he is his son and they share those ideologies, but something here
Why
is
does your son feel so comfortable to talk to you about getting an AK-47, whatever gun that was?
But what would you do as a parent? Drawing pictures in the backyard of AK-47, tattooing your face. Listen, get an alligator tail. I don't care what you do. My kid is not getting a tattoo on his face when he has 30 knives in his garage and guns there's too many red flags
Yes.
there. Okay, there's too many red flags to be like, hey, I'm a supportive dad. No,
No.
no.